Hey everybody, this is Sarah Elena, and thanks for joining us today. Today I have an exciting guest, Niki. We helped her and her family move to Costa Rica, and she has an exciting thing that she's been up to here. So one of the things is I love to have even some of our past clients on here because a lot of them come to Costa Rica and do a lot of really neat things. So I thought what Niki was doing was pretty cool, and I definitely wanted to have her on here so she could chat about it because I know some other people might be interested in, well, what she's doing and joining, or some people may be getting some creative ideas on what they'd like to do here in Costa Rica. So, Niki, I'm really excited to hear about your retreat. So, I know that you guys moved from Peru, but you're not from Peru. So, you did another international move from an original international move, and you were doing those things over there. So, do you want to tell us about your retreat and just how your life in Costa Rica and the flow of things have gone for you guys so far?
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you so much for having me. I love sharing about this. So let's see where to start. Where to start is I have lived for 14 years in Cusco, Peru, which is where I'm actually at right now, in my retreat center called Pachananda. I'm in the temple here at the retreat center hosting a couple of trainings. But in January, my husband and I and 6-year-old son moved to Costa Rica unexpectedly for the birth of our now 6-month-old baby girl. Her name's Rhea. And it was a big following the heart out of nowhere thing, just like my original move. I'm originally from Illinois in the United States. And, 15 years ago, got the message to go south to Peru and have been working with the energy and wisdom of the land here, really, for all this time, teaching things like yoga and sacred dance and working with offering ceremonies and things like that. And then once I got pregnant, I got this download that said, it started to be like feelings of lush jungle and beach, and in Cusco, we're really high up and it's dry. It was a totally different thing I was craving. And then I just followed this inner wisdom that I knew that my daughter wanted to be born in Costa Rica. And I was so inspired because we were, of course, YouTubing things. We've never been to Costa Rica. My husband's Peruvian. And we found Sarah Elena. And I was so inspired that Sarah Elena had also had her baby girl in Costa Rica. And so that was the connection. That was enough for me to reach out to her for her help in relocation. And so we landed there in January. It was so hot, and everything, lots of synchronicities led us to Uvita, so on the southern Pacific coast. So beautiful, where our daughter was born. And all of that move, represents for me honoring my thriving life, the life that I desire, following my heart and my heart's wisdom for myself and my family. And so the move represents the same thing that this upcoming retreat in Costa Rica will be. So after I wrap up here, the beginning of November, I'm headed back to Uvita, and I'm hosting together with two women, two colleagues of mine, amazing sisters, a retreat called Thrive Costa Rica at a retreat center called Synergy. A beautiful, beautiful space. It's a relatively new space, super high vibe, amazing location, really luxury space there. And it's a 7-day, 6-night retreat called Thrive. And we're going to be using different techniques and practices for people to identify where they're stuck in their lives and using tools to give thanks to those old patterns, but free them up and anchor in a new way of being, really starting to feel the lives that we desire. And then in addition to that, we're going to be anchoring in practices for people, really simple practices that they can take home to keep them centered in this life that they desire. And I thought so much it resonates with the people who are Sarah Elena's clients, because the people who are moving from their home countries to Costa Rica are following their heart's wisdom, and trying to live the life that they love. So that's what we're going to be doing. Yeah. Long story, kind of short version.
Well, that's amazing. And I love that. And so when are the dates for the retreat? Is it only going to be one? Are you planning to host more? Like, what do you kind of see there'll be future ones as well?
Yeah, so the dates are November 13th through 19th. And it feels like it's the beginning, the start of hosting more things in Costa Rica, for sure. I'm really feeling the energy of that whole Uvita area. I'm feeling the retreat center. So we have a really good thing happening there. Yeah. So I predict that we'll be having more of them. But yeah, I don't have any other dates right now. So far, it's November this year.
Perfect. And well, I mean, I guess for someone who's not familiar with Uvita, that is an area like the Southern Pacific zone of Costa Rica where we do have a lot of people that are interested in living there. It's definitely got like a health and wellness vibe. When people say, "Oh, I want to be in the mountain, but I want to be near the beach," that's like the one part of the country that you can really do that and be, close enough. I just think the area is magical. Lots of nature, waterfalls, rivers, good sense of community, people of all ages, families. I used to live down there in that area myself for years as well. So it could even be, I mean, you're talking about it in the sense of, I mean, I do work with people that are moving. So it'd be kind of cool if they did want to attend, then they can also explore an area of Costa Rica that might actually be in alignment with them. And so, well, you're living down there. So maybe another good question for you is why did you guys choose that particular area, or what makes that area for you feel like home? Because I feel like it does draw a certain type of person to that area for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we had never been to Costa Rica before, so it was a big leap of faith and, just tuning in to kind of where things were leading us. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, we were drawn to be on the coast. And so we're living right now, literally a 5-minute walk from the beach, from Playa Shaman. It's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I think it's the most beautiful beach I've ever been on in my life. It definitely has a lot of people from other countries there, a lot of families, a lot of community, a lot of kind of new earthers, people who are looking to bring in a new way of being in life, so there's a lot of alternative education things popping up. We have our son in one of those. Yeah, I love that it feels like whoever you're running into or connecting with, we have similar priorities, people who want to live a different life, but being in harmony with nature, sustainability, new models for education and work, and what's a priority, and that's a lot what the retreat is about as well, is like, what are your priorities? Can we believe in a world or existence or a universe or whatever your belief system is? Can we believe in a universe where we can put our soul's desires first, So what I really need to feel good. And so that's what people are taking a risk, and moving down to that area of Uvita. It's also a super strong energy center where indigenous wisdom is still alive. The nature's so stunning. And part of the retreat is we will be connecting with local wisdom traditions, and we'll be going to the stunning beach for some ritual and celebration. And we'll also be going to the local waterfalls that are just, I mean, it's like paradise, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. So in addition to, having those sessions together during the retreat, you kind of have planned out some other activities that people can do. Are those like optional activities or what kind of things do you guys have?
Yeah, so what we kind of have on schedule is, or what we do have on schedule is, we'll have some morning practices of meditation and working with breath, and some yoga that's accessible to all types of people. Then we're having amazing local sustainable vegetarian food. So that's a super highlight. For after breakfast, every day we have a workshop, and then we'll have an excursion. So we'll be doing workshops on where is stuck energy, and using kind of some energy medicine techniques to free up energy from kind of that woo-woo side of things, all the way over to coaching and anchoring in practices and looking at logistics and looking at how your priorities break down in your life and the changes you can make, to create the life you desire. So the workshops are in that way. And then we have the excursions as well, and some alternative optional add-ons for treatments. And we're going with a super vibe of nourishment, so that people, a lot of people have gone to retreats or trainings and you come back totally burnt out because it was too intense, or too running ragged. But we have built it in a way so there's plenty of downtime to enjoy and chill out, and so that the idea is you go home from the retreat really feeling restored. And so those are the things we're up to.
I love that. And then, I guess the person has time to process and think about, what you guys are talking about. And so, has that time to self-reflect. So that's cool. I like that people actually
Exactly.
go home feeling energized. And it's such a beautiful environment to be in that space, that person could just kind of take that time in the group, take that time to themselves. And the area is just already magical enough. And then, doing
Yeah.
those other things on top of that is just cool to have an opportunity to take time out of your life to kind of reflect on your life. And I think that's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the perfect thing for people who are like ready to have a breakthrough in their lives, ready to really not just say it, but actually start living the life that they love and desire. It's for people who are ready for a breakthrough. So we're going to do some deep work together, but it's also going to be fun and, like I said, restorative.
I love that. Amazing. Well, I guess so. In the description, I'm going to have all the information on Niki's retreat. There's going to be a code there that you can use to sign up that I'll have down there, or maybe you can explain more about that too. But all the information will be down there. Your website, if that way people can get on an email list too and stay updated on any kind of future events that you're going to have if they can't make this one, or just keep tabs of what you guys are up to too as a family and going back and forth and your guys' journey in Costa Rica. And I love that. We were catching up a little bit before we went live here, but I love that that you followed what was in your heart, came to Costa Rica, and you're doing the steps that other people might end up doing in their lives. And I mean, not in the sense of moving, of like, okay, I'm ready to take. I feel that inside of me, I want to go do this, and I'm gonna go do it, and that's really cool.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, for that code that Sarah Elena has in the description, if you use that to enroll on the retreat, you're going to get a free access to an online relax and renew toolkit that has a whole bunch of different classes, videos, and meditations and things like that that are super accessible to lower stress, to reset the nervous system, and to do some self-care for when you're back home.
Awesome.
Yay.
Well, if anyone has questions, they can email me too, or I'll make sure that all your information is down there below. And I definitely want to hear an update on how it all went. And I'm sure I'll be seeing pictures and videos, but please definitely keep me updated, keep us updated on how this event goes. And the next ones, I'm sure, like you said, it's probably just the beginning. So I'm excited to see what happens from here.
Yeah, I feel that. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah Elena. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming on.